Hello and welcome to this Come to Jesus Daily Devotional. I trust you are well. This week we continue in our Luke series, and today let's consider Jesus' call to join him in his mission rather than be against him. We read in Luke 11:23, "Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters." Today's lesson: if we're not following Christ in his mission, we're against Christ. Yesterday we considered the idea of plundering the kingdom of darkness. We saw how Jesus is the stronger man, so can overcome the devil. We saw how Jesus binds Satan, so he and we can plunder the devil's kingdom. Today's short text is Jesus calling us to make a choice, to be actively involved, to join with him in this war on evil and plundering the kingdom of darkness. Are we with him? What does Jesus mean by being with me? In the context, he is speaking about being with him, joining with him in his mission to plunder the kingdom of darkness. At this point in Luke, Jesus is experiencing a lot of attack. Those who claim to be God's people are accusing Jesus of being in league with the devil, Beelzebul, the prince of demons, and these religious opponents are the primary target of these condemning words. He's saying to them, to be in right relationship with God, it's not enough for you to carry out your strict religious duties. To be right with God, you must receive me, Jesus, as Lord. To reject or to ignore me is to reject God whom you claim to serve. John writes very strongly on this. Who is the liar? It is whoever denies that Jesus is the Christ. Such a person is the Antichrist, denying the Father and the Son. No one who denies the Son has the Father. Whoever acknowledges the Son has the Father also. That's 1 John 2:22-23. Are you gathering or scattering? Jesus says that whoever does not gather with me scatters. In 2007, The Guardian, a newspaper, ran a story entitled "Boy Drowned" as police support officers stood by. The account tells of how two police support officers failed to jump into a pond to help a drowning child because they had not been properly trained. This was a ridiculous attitude and excuse. However, the story illustrates the point of Jesus' word, that if one does not actively seek to help and save, you are, in effect, leaving them to drown. If you're not gathering, you are scattering. If you're not helping people to come to the gospel, we are condemning them. So in response, if we're not following Christ in his mission, we are against Christ. Jesus is inviting us to actively join him in his mission and war on the kingdom of Satan. We work with him to plunder Satan's kingdom and gather through prayer and ministry. Specifically, are we helping to gather people into Jesus' kingdom through the gospel? Are we helping to set people free from the power and influence of the devil through casting out demons and discipleship? All of us, according to the gifts that God has given us and the call that God has put on us, need to be actively involved in Jesus' war on darkness. Let's not be distracted from this most important call on all of us. God bless you.